Hey cherubs, Lulu here, jumping in to do a reading straight up today. I've already said a prayer and all that jazz before jumping in here, so we're just going to get straight into it. You've got the card of regeneration here. Wow, then on the bottom you've got yang in reverse. And when I split the deck, you've got the card of here and now in reverse as well. I was sort of tuning in right before jumping on this video that now does, the energy is, what I was getting is kind of, it's reflective, but there's also, I feel, a sadness there as well. This could be to do with the masculine energy, working through things. So Mars in Leo at the moment, but it is going to move into Cancer on the 6th. So we could be tapping into that energy already is what I'm feeling. Because the here and now is in reverse, it's kind of like, yeah, it's looking back, and yeah, the masculine energy looking back. It could be something that needs rebuilding here, or new growth coming through, a new cycle. When I split the deck, you've got Treasure Island. So that could be part of the reflective process. And also too, when I'm talking about yang, that means not necessarily a male, but the masculine energy, okay? So it could be a male, but also it could be a female, you know, with the masculine energy as well. So yeah, so it could be like looking back, reflecting back, and feeling into the treasure. Yeah, the treasure or the gifts. So with this Treasure Island, I'm seeing the feminine represented here as well, okay? So, well, it could be that a masculine is reflecting back on a past cycle about a feminine and realizing what, okay, so, okay, yeah, so it's not gender-based, right? But it could be recognizing what a treasure that they had with that feminine energy, okay? That's what I'm getting. Happy. So, I mean, that's what's underneath, isn't it? It's the happiness. And maybe they're realizing, because you've got the card of not for you, it's in reverse there. So maybe they're realizing that actually maybe that person was for me. Maybe there was happiness to be found with that person. But because of the chaos and conflict, it didn't work out or whatever. Because you've got also the yin here in reverse. That's so curious. Anything else that wants to come out from this deck? Milk and honey in reverse. And then on the bottom, poised. That's kind of sad. What I'm getting with that is that it wasn't the right time. Okay, this wasn't the right time. On one level, it wasn't the right time, but on another level, it was. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities with serendipity there, because we're all on these amazing soul journeys right now, okay? And there's a lot happening within it. We are sorting through a lot of chaos and conflict, but yet finding the happiness and our true connection, our true light along the way. This is a number 26, and 26 is about connections, sort of relationships, sorry. And then 26 also reduces to the number 8. So these are deep connections. They can be soulmates, and you know, that have much lessons to be learnt there. And also too, people come into our life to help us to grow and to learn and to step more fully into ourselves, to tear down what's not real, to tear down what doesn't serve us anymore. It's actually a service work in a way, okay? But yeah, so these two cards together is just showing me that it wasn't the right time. There's like a goodness that couldn't be received because of the timing, but I feel like that's part of what's being reflected on right now. Wow. Okay, anything else? Anything else? Ooh. Okay, so the last card that flipped out was Loyal Heart. So it's definitely like a soulmate connection. It feels to me like even if, hang on, I feel like even if you've gone your separate ways, there's still a loyal heart here within this connection, even if you're not together, right? Because 35 inner guide, 35 reduces to 8 as well. So that's another 8. It's 88, okay? This is significant. 88 is 16. It's also a master number. but it's 16 as well. So there may have been multiple tower moments in this connection. And just realize that they were there for a reason, and it was for the energy of regeneration. So you've got the question, the card of why here. So I feel like there is, in this time of reflection, for both the masculine and the feminine energy involved here, there is much realizations, perhaps about the sacredness of this connection. You've got by the book here. Now, elephants to me are about family and loyalty. So this to me is a soul recognition that this is someone in your soul family that you are deeply connected to, whether you get together or not, right? You've got 44 here, so another master number. That feels like too, in relation to this reading, it's like reflection on what could have been built. Like building blocks energy is what I'm getting for this, and also because it's a number 44, it's like what could have been built if this connection was fair and just, which in the material world it wasn't. Okay, so yeah, and then you've got the card of deep knowing. So yes, there is something that is deeply known, and perhaps on a felt sense, in a felt sense, right, known about this connection. All right, so let's see. If you would like, this is leading into a love connection. If you would like your own love story reading, please reach out and we can take a look at your own personal story and what's going on there. So let's see, what for the collective, what do they need to know moving forward? Okay, so a new cycle with the world there. 7 of Pentacles. So again, we've got review energy about work. Wow. On the bottom, we've got 6 of Cups in reverse. So yeah, this is a lot to looking at this connection. A lot of review. For some of you, there may be still some mental conflict around that, but I feel like for a lot, there's that maybe a realization and a deep knowing, because the Y is in reverse and you've got deep knowing there. So it feels like you've put together a lot of the pieces. So why is the King of Pentacles there in reverse? Yeah, the King of Pentacles there in reverse is just showing me that what's the words to put with this? It just didn't sort of manifest in the material world as a connection that was full of happiness at the time. But there's something still in process there, because you've got the Death card in reverse. So I do feel like something's being transformed there. And it's interesting, I split the deck. You've got the Queen of Pentacles. So you've got the masculine energy in reverse, which showed up there in reverse. And then now you've got the feminine upright. See, even the Sun is masculine energy as well. That was in reverse. This could be inner child, right? This could be inner child healing for the masculine. Something is being transformed there. The divine feminine energy needs to come in as a protective energy here to help pull whoever out of stress. So if you're feeling really stressed, the divine feminine energy would help you move through that. You know, be very nurturing so that you can, because this show is coming out of intense anxiety and too much overwhelm at your limits, you know what I mean? Overthinking. 2 of Wands, this is about making a decision here. It's like knowing what you've got, or knowing what you can hold on to or move towards that you want to grow and expand. Here you've got Justice. So in a way, bringing back balance to your life. Ace of Pentacles. And then on the bottom, the 10 of Cups. The Wheel of, oh my gosh, the Wheel of Fortune, the Lovers, the 3 of Wands. Oh, the 4 of Swords in reverse. Wow. This is... Okay, let's just see. Let's just roll this back a minute. See what this little story is about. Well, it's obvious what it's about, but anyway, let's see. So yeah, so bringing back something into balance. Two of Wands, making a decision about which pathway you want to choose forward. But whatever that pathway is, it's going to be balancing out something, bringing fairness. It could be speaking a truth. Righting a wrong is the word I'm getting. And here you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So this is an offer, a new door opening, a 10 of Cups. So it is moving towards something that feels like happiness. You did have the card of happy there, and it is a new cycle. The wheel has turned, right? Then you had the Lovers. So okay, so what I'm getting with this, it could be making a move to close the distance between this love connection with the Three of Wands and the Four of Swords there in reverse. What else do we want to do? I don't know. All right, let's see what else wants to come through. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay, so you've got the Two of Cups there in reverse, the Four of Wands there in reverse, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, what I'm getting with this is that this is not going to come into alignment unless... well, unless things are released and let go. Okay, so... I just feel like that's miser energy. But yeah, it can just be a refusal to let go, a stubbornness, an ego, blocks, very fixed energy that refuses to budge. But it's in reverse, so that does show a shift there. So it's that shift of energy that can change this around so things can come into alignment, and it can be like that 11-11, that celebration, that level up in your ascension, or this journey together. That could be a twin flame thing, divine counterpart, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. But it feels like there's two timelines there. Of course, there's always more than one timeline, and it's whether or not there's going to be movement forward with this, with the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles has showed up there in reverse. But I feel like there's a decision to be made here because there's very conflicting energy. So Knight of Pentacles in reverse, showing, oh no, I'm not going to move forward with that now. But then you've got the Eight of Cups, which is like, no, I'm not moving on. So, and then the Fool, which is like not taking a new journey as well. It's something here. Page of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like that, and then the Six of Pentacles. I feel like something has to be balanced out within the individual's life first. So whether this is both parties or just one party, I feel like what's happening in the meantime is a balancing out. Yes, see, this just flipped out. Page of Cups upright. So it's a balancing out before a offering can, yes, it's a balancing out before a new love offer can come through, because Page of Cups can be about reigniting, Queen of Wands, reigniting a connection there. But yeah, the Ten of Swords. So this is indicating your past cycle being done and then a new cycle beginning. So what's happening is this is not coming together and create in a hang on. It's not coming together quite yet because there's things going on in the background, which is the balancing out of the divine feminine and masculine energies within. And yes, so it's divine timing. Okay, so the Empress here, the Empress energy to me is just like, and the light is shining now, beautiful. So it's like the light shining upon everything as far as love goes. This is here too, is a transformation, this energy, transformation of a love situation here is what I'm getting with the Empress. So this is a very divine feminine energy. So it's kind of like just in the meantime working with the energy of love, and then just having faith also too that these alignments, if they're supposed to come into connection in this world, they will, and it will be noticed. King of Cups. And yeah, so I feel like there has been a lot of heartache within this connection, and also too a lot of standing one's ground. But this is the energy that needs to be shifted from with the Hanged One there. Like, you need to move out of this old energy, this old energy. It's old energy, okay? That's what I'm getting with it. Like, this refusal to budge, this space and place of heartbreak, which is a lower frequency. And that's no offense to anyone who's moving through grief, because grief has its own time and space and necessary place, okay? But it's just, it is a lower frequency. But perhaps with that energy of divine love and healing, right? Because you've got the healing here with the star. So the star and the Empress, this is about healing. Healing through divine love, trust, faith in the journey. Knowing that all is connected and not separate, okay? Look at this pool of water, these feelings, they ripple out. So even if you feel like you're away from your King of Cups situation or your person, this loving connection may not have felt loving in the past, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the love is not there, especially in the higher realms, okay? Because we don't see everything, right? There's always stuff playing out in the ether that we don't necessarily see, but we may feel it and recognize it through serendipity and signs and that deep knowing. So the Hanged One is about looking through budging, like moving. There needs to be movement, and this shows that there is movement with the Four of Swords in reverse. Two of Swords, so something is going to be seen, okay? Something is going to be seen about this situation. And to be honest, I don't really even want to ask, because I'm at the point right now where it's just like, we don't and we can't know the finer details of how everything plays out. And I'm getting the words, nor should we. So let's just see. I'll see what comes through with my deck here. So this deck is the journey to union and soulful healing. So this deck is about how we heal through these connections, through these deep connections that we have that are often complicated and confusing. So let's just see, what are the messages that want to come through about this connection for the collective? What would be helpful and supportive for them to hear or know right now? Okay, so with this, I'm not taking these in reverse, by the way. You've got ghosting, unable to face their feelings, and you, angel number 6648. So this could be a time of separation and connection, like stated before. But it's okay, because that's okay, right? That's just a space that they may be in, that they may be doing, because it showed either one or both parties are working on their own stuff at the moment and balancing things out. But you've got divine counterparts, this love connection, angel number 622. So even though that's going on, there's also this there as well. And maybe that can bring some comfort, like reunion and reconciliation. That's angel number 355. So when you look up angel numbers, you can either look that up just as a number, or you can look up angel number twin flames, because the messages will be slightly different. All right, so we've got the card of butterflies, confusion, mixed messages, acceptance arrives after a time of healing. Oh, and then this blank card, which is oh, my voice is going now. This is where you can write your own message. I do feel like there's some block communication here, like someone is really struggling to speak their truth, right? It may be very difficult for them to speak their truth. Yeah, it is working through a lot though, because there is this connection here, this butterfly. So that it's like a spark of energy that connects the two. But there's mixed messages here, which is causing confusion. But acceptance, I feel like this is, yeah, of course, after you've done a time of healing. So this is angel number 5555, and Yeah, I feel like that's a good space to be, but sometimes, you know, often it does take a time to get to that place of healing. So I split the deck and you've got prioritize self-care. That's a 666. So that's what you can do in the meantime, right? Is just work on your self-care, self-love. Okay, let's see. Anything else from this deck? Okay, so signs and synchronicities are confirmations in this realm of the realness of this connection. Angel number 1405. And then this card, you can love them from afar and love yourself right where you are. So that really links in with the Empress energy as well, because the Empress energy, that divine feminine energy, can hold that space, because that's how loving that energy is. So even if you can't be with this person even ever, you can still love yourself and love them from afar. And then I split the deck and we're back to reflections, number 6. Breathe, ground, connect to your higher wisdom. So that's a message for today that sort of takes us full circle back to the start of this reading, where I was saying, I did feel before starting this reading that it's a very reflective time at the moment. And yeah, just remember to stay connected to your higher wisdom. Let's see what the Astro Dice is going to be. So, whoa. Okay, you've got Gemini there. Second house. So that's Taurus. So bringing, this is about self-love, right? But then it's also when you come together, the two, like the one and the one. So if you give yourself love, if you love yourself, then when you come into union or reunion with another person, it's going to be easier for you to nurture that with that. See that Cancer there on the side? That was also getting my attention. So you've got the one, the first house, that's you. And then you've got the two. So that's when you come together. And then with the Gemini, it's also the two coming together. And that could be about an energy of building, because when you are with someone, it has to, like if you turn it on the side, it's like the beginning of a ladder where you can actually build together, because you need to, mostly people need to be in connection and relation with someone that where you are building, where you are working together, both on your own things, but also together. Like, yeah, that's the progression. So what else? Where's the planets here? Ooh, the moon. Interesting. Yeah, so there is something unseen about this, but there's also a deep knowing. Treasure Island. Yeah, there's a lot of depth to this, a lot of beauty, and there'll be a lot of other stuff as well. There could be a lot of murky stuff is what I'm getting, like, because you know how you go down to the bottom of the ocean, it gets murkier and darker, and you know, but you never know what you're going to find under there, right? And that could have been part of this journey as well. It could have been getting back to the real you, which is a beautiful thing. So I mean, that could be also what this connection has served, like getting back to the real you. Because I did say this relationship could have been about service work on one level, soul service work. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I hope this reading resonated on some level. Please let me know if it did. Like, subscribe, leave a comment if you wish. And like I said, if you want to book your own personal love reading, insight into that, just reach out. Okay, guys, take good care. Bye.